Hey everyone, it's Vanessa. This is my first official video for my blog, MzVanessaMisc, or Miscellaneous. And this is going to be a blog about everything: hair tips, beauty tips, everyday life tips. Whatever you want to ask me, shoot me an email and I will do my best to answer them and get back to them. So, this first video vlog is going to be on my experience with corset training based on a question that Annette asked. Before I started doing corset training about a year ago. I haven't been too diligent with it, kind of just got lazy, and I work with kids, so it's kind of hard to wear it during the day with them. Needless to say, I don't do it anymore, but when I was doing it, I did have really good results. I will say that in about a month, I lost 1.5 inches in my waist. So I do recommend it, and I'm going to answer her questions. Her first question was, how often did you wear yours? And the second question is, how long before you saw results? Okay. I wore mine about 5 to 8 hours a day. So when I went to class, I'd wear it. When I went to bed, I would wear it. But I preferred wearing it during the day because it was really uncomfortable to sleep with. And I also felt that sleeping with it on, I couldn't breathe, and overnight, I guess moving, kind of just, I would wake up and the strings were loosened and I just didn't feel like I was getting the full effects. So I will say that I wore it during class and it wasn't uncomfortable. So if you have a job where you sit down and you don't have to move around too much, I would recommend wearing it then. Wear loose shirts over it and nothing tight, because it is extremely noticeable. Your waist is going to be like this big and people are going to be like, what? You're going to be like, yeah, I just got skinny overnight now. You can breathe with it. You're never ever going to wear it tight to the point where you're going to pass out and you're like turning blue and like you're going to fall over and die. No. It's very gradual. It's a slow process. I know when I posted Instagram pictures, people would say, oh, isn't that dangerous? Are your organs going to move around? This isn't the Victorian era, and I know personally I was never doing it to that extreme where I would be moving my organs around. So no. I will say that I couldn't eat a lot while I had it on. One time I tried to eat a lot while wearing my corset and it made me really nauseous. So I guess that's a good thing. When I first started, I wasn't necessarily exercising too hard and eating too great, and I still saw results, so that's a good thing. After the second day, I made a note of taking pictures every day that I wore my corset, and I noticed from the first day to the second day that I saw a difference already, and then from the first day to the end of the month, I saw a huge difference, and it was amazing. I loved it. But without really being diligent with it and without proper upkeep, I noticed that my waist was going back to normal after about 2 weeks of not corseting or not doing it properly. So it's something you definitely have to upkeep. I would do it again. I just haven't had the time, and I just don't feel comfortable wearing it at work because I work with little kids, so I have to bend down. I have to chase them sometimes. So it's not worth it for me. But maybe I'll start wearing it at night before bed. I will say also that it's definitely best to eat properly and exercise while doing it. Obviously, that's the best way to do anything, but I do think you can achieve results without doing that. But if you want optimal results, I mean, just better for your health, you should do it. So yes, I'm going to say yes to corset training. Try it out. Oh, and when you're buying corsets, they definitely sell some cheaper corsets on eBay. They're not as good as the corsets that you can find on Corset Story or other websites that they have professional corsets. But if you want to save money and find something on eBay in the meanwhile, if you don't necessarily want to spend $120 on a corset, I did find a corset that I bought on eBay for I think 40 bucks. Not bad. The trick is to check the description and make sure that it has at least 20 steel bone in it. So anything less than 20 steel bones, it's not going to be enough to push everything in and support your body. It's just going to be too flexible, and then what's the point? Oh, and another thing. The waist cinchers, the latex waist cinchers that girls wear to work out, that is not waist training. That is not corset training. I don't know where this is getting mixed up, where it's not the same thing. That's great, and I do recommend that also. If you wear one during working out, definitely gets a whole bunch of thermodynamic energy. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you do notice a difference while you're wearing it when you're working out, but it's definitely not going to cause a dramatic change in your waist. And it's not a substitute for waist training with a corset. So you can wear that if you want to, if you just want something to wear during the day to keep you sucked in, or something to wear while you're working out. I do recommend that also, but they are not interchangeable, and one does not replace the other. Am I missing anything? Oh, when you wear the corset, you want to measure here. You know what? Let me grab a tape. Okay. So you want to measure around the smallest part of your waist, and you want to subtract 4 inches from that. So my waist is 28 inches, so I would get a 24-inch corset. That's how it works. And eventually, as you keep tightening, the goal is that the back of the corset closes. Once the back of the corset closes, you either want to keep wearing your corset for maintenance if you like the size that you're at, or you can go down the next size. And then you can keep going from there until you get the results that you like. I think that's it. Can't think of anything. If you have any other questions that you want to ask about corsetting that I didn't get to in this video, send me an email. Or if you have any other questions that you want to ask me about anything, absolutely anything, send me an email to MzVanessaMisc at gmail.com. I'll be putting the email at the end of this video, and I will be putting it down below. Thank you so much for watching my first video, and I promise as I keep going I'm going to look into getting better camera, because this video quality definitely sucks, but I'll make do with what I have, and I'm looking forward to continuing. Thank you.